What up, though, everybody? Thank you for listening and watching another episode of the Three Raw Podcast. This is CJ.
It's your man's Rob.
Yo, this D Walls.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to bring you back in the pod real good, dog.
Finish up this Last Dance series that we've been doing. Last, 4 or 5 episodes now?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So, what y'all want to start off on, man?
Well,
I'll let y'all. I'll put y'all on the floor, man.
Go ahead, D, man. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Rob. Shoot, I done win a couple of times ahead.
All right, man. Of course, the last 2 episodes of the, the Last Dance documentary on basically the Bulls title run. And the first episode was basically like the 97s. First, it started with the 97 Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm going to get that first. It's like, of course, I don't know if everybody paying attention what's going on in the news lately, with like Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen. And like reports been going on, like Scottie Pippen been like upset the way he was displayed in a documentary. The way I'm looking at it like this, me personally, man, the documentary didn't display nothing but what was facts, Scottie. Like let's go back to, like I was just saying, the episode 7, right? I'm my bad, not 7, episode 9.
9, yep.
The Eastern Conference Finals in 1998, where they was, quote unquote, left off at in that episode, you missed 2 crucial free throws, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like crucial clutch free throws you missed. Then Reggie Miller get the ball and hit the game winner at the buzzer. This took place. That's not making you look bad. Nobody is throwing you under the bus. When I'm watching them talk, I'm not hearing Jordan throw you under the bus. Throughout the documentary, Jordan is saying he couldn't do it without you. I'm not seeing Rodman throw you under the bus. All the things that's been displayed, Scottie Pippen, has been your actions. You did give up on your team in 1994. This is things that you did.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of, you over that, and that was 20 plus something years ago and blah, blah. It took place. This is what happened. And when you finally stepping up to the point to where you a leader and you give up like that, that's showing weaknesses and signs that it don't matter what the documentary basically showed. We remember this happening. Like,
yes.
Think about this. For the most part, if you over the age of, I'll just say, if you anywhere between the ages of 31 and up, you remember this taking place in some way, it's a form of fashion. You know what I mean? So it's like for you to be upset now in 2020 after the documentary, and as we basically showing throughout the whole series, you either giving up, you having, health issues, magically back spasms, migraines, you don't want to go back in the game. The whole 98 season, basically wanted to hurry up and had a surgery. And this is things that took place on your character, good or bad, it happened. Nobody can motherfucking create that logic or, that storyline if it's not nothing there to create. It took place.
It took place, yeah.
So I just wanted to, talk on Scottie right quick. Horace Grant, I feel like you upset about the way you're being displayed, but prime fact is, man, the whole Bulls roster was having a problem with you, Horace. So you only motherfucker pointing out. I mean, real shit. In 94, Jordan wasn't even there. All of a sudden, the Jordan Rules book pop up, and the whole Bulls roster felt like it was you. They didn't just say Michael Jordan felt like it was you, or it was Michael Jordan and Phil. They said the whole Bulls organization felt like it was Horace Grant that leaked that information. In 94, whatever took place, you left. You went for Orlando. So how in 2020 you mad at Jordan?
Right, you got some rings. Hey, bro, at the end of the day, you got some rings.
You got look. Go ahead.
I was saying, you got your rings and shit, stop acting like a little bitch.
It's like, though, bro, man.
I know you've been holding your grudge for 25 years. I get it.
But what grudge? That was I was just about to say, man. All right, man.
That because was, because Jordan was bullied, quote unquote bullying him.
I'm not trying to hear that bullshit because then I'm looking at other interviews that's basically saying that he was the only player that Jordan didn't bully. So make your mind up. Either you was bullied or you wasn't. You basically playing both sides of the fence here. You know what I mean? Whatever side that's gonna make you look good at the time, that's the side of the fence you own. And it's like, come on, man, we men, bro. And it's like this. 94
Or at least talk
season,
to him. Or at least talk to him and have a man-to-man conversation with him.
Ah, man, come on, dog. CJ, man, these niggas have been seeing each other for years, not since then. The documentary is basically just showing the world the flaws of these cats, and they running from their accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about this. Scottie Pippen continued to do this bullshit the next year in 99. Jordan wasn't even in the league. So we constantly seeing you, Scottie, every time the spotlight is on you, dog, you folding. You either choking, folding, running away, or you just simply not that leader. You always was just a number 2 guy. No disrespect, but you had the opportunities like 2 or 3 times to be the number 1 guy, and it just wasn't in you, man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But Horace Grab, before I hold on. Man, my G, you wasn't Charles Barkley, man. You wasn't Karl Malone, man. Like, you not considered a top 10, not even a top 20 power forward of all time, dog. Like,
damn.
I'm not saying
fortunate enough to be on. He's just fortunate enough to be on good teams. That's all.
Now, I say this. Back in the 90s, he was probably a top 20 power forward or big man, probably. You know what I mean?
Top 20 power forward.
I give him that. But all time now, you not even, I mean, come on, man. Dirk Nowitzki, motherfucker Tim Duncan, all these motherfucking amazing motherfucking athletes and players at the motherfucking forward position that ain't came. Man, that's not it, dog.
Right.
It's like you was a third option at best. You was a role player at best. You won 3 rings, man, playing on, you know what I'm saying, debatably one of the best teams of all time. The first three-peat Bulls. You left there, you went to Orlando. You had minor success in Orlando, then you won another ring with the Lakers. You had a very, very complete career, in my opinion. You even threw in a couple All-Star games. You know what I mean? Yeah. For you to be feeling some type of way about this documentary, I'm really lost. And then it's like I'm reading, well, I'm not going to say reading. I'm looking at Sports Center and shit like that, like through the clips on Facebook. He basically saying he don't understand why the documentary showed the Scottie Pippen not coming back in the game to basically throw Scottie under the bus. How is that throwing Scottie Pippen under the bus, man? The documentary showed the good and the bad in all players on the team.
Right. They showed the Michael Jordan-Steve Kerr fight. They showed Dennis Rodman going to Vegas for 2 days. Well, 5 days, actually.
When they showed Scottie Pippen.
They showed Michael Jordan gambling.
Game, I just was about to say that. When they showed Scottie Pippen not coming in the game that season, they also show how Michael Jordan was motherfucking struggling in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally the next segment was Michael Jordan struggling in baseball. But
they
go ahead, man.
They show a lot of Jordan flaws too. They showed he was gambling. His father got killed and how he was dealing with it.
But when you so great and you don't got a lot of flaws, people get mad and try to make it seem like it's picking and choosing. I've been asking these cats for a few weeks now. Tell me what's missing. Like, all right, you feel like it was handpicked by Jordan. Cool. Tell me what we didn't talk about.
And it showed Jordan, like, even some of the shit that he was saying to these cats was out of line and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even I was sitting there like, damn, that's cutthroat like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And me and Jordan would have words, but you see the other cats that sitting there and they laughing this shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, Horace Grant, yeah, man, that's just whack, man. Like I said on the last episode, if we ain't say nothing about to this man, then you can't be trying to get tough now, bro. Like, you trying to fight him now, like, that shit is just childish. And I blame cats like Shannon Sharp, but I ain't gonna get all into that. But, like, it's just silly, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you had that chance to sit up here, speak up, speak out, even if you wanted to throw hands or not, whatever. You had that chance, you didn't. Now you wait till a documentary to be like, oh, no, it's all lies. Like, no, man, gone. You was all on the documentary, like I said, calling the Pistons bitches and whatnot, but you letting another man take your food. That the math don't add up, right?
And then the thing about that story is, D, that wasn't even said in the documentary. He said that on his own. He volunteered that information on his own. So I'm lost. It's like whatever side of the fence that's making you look good at the time is the side of the fence you on. One day, you one of the only motherfucking players who stood up to Jordan. Jordan didn't bully on you like everybody else. Then in the next day, Jordan took my food. Make it make sense, man. What was it, bro?
Hey, remember he said something about, I don't know if y'all remember anything, but remember he said he was going to go to on Undisputed with Shannon and Skip. He's going to tell the whole story.
What story can he tell, bro? He was only there. I mean, think about it.
He was there a lot.
What story can he tell?
I don't know, bro.
What story can? Why do we need to hear your side of the story, man? What side? So is it something else that we don't know?
The Horace Grant story.
He just want clout. That's all. He want as much clout as Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. But so bro, they're stealing my shine. So I'm just gonna say this and say that.
The only thing he can talk about is locker room gossip at this point. Like everything on the court has been said, shown, and documented.
He might say shit like
everything in place that we can't lie about. Everything else is locker room gossip. Do we really need to hear locker room gossip from a guy who wasn't on all the motherfucking titles, but only the first 3?
Nope. It's not a reliable source. I mean, he was only there for like how many years? He was with the Bulls? 5.
He was with them about 5 or 6 years, granted, man. And no knock to that, but what I'm just simply saying is the documentary covered the whole Bulls dynasty starting when Michael Jordan was drafted. You see what I'm saying? They turned that whole team around soon as he got there. Like when they said in the first 2 episodes, they was like one of the laughing stops of the league, the Bulls was. You know what I mean? They get Michael Jordan, they start making the playoffs. Eventually, they start making the Eastern Conference Finals back-to-back years and things like that. Then eventually, they start winning titles. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was like they broke down the draft picks, you know what I'm saying, the key picks and stuff like that, trading for Scottie Pippen and things of those natures. They broke it down to how they was building. They showed how they got, you know what I'm saying, Doug Collins. They show how Doug Collins based his whole offensive game around Jordan. They show how, you know what I'm saying, they brought in Field. They showed the creation from beginning to end of, you know what I'm saying, that Bulls team.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the bad years. They showed the good, bad, and the ugly.
That's true. I think I really want to talk about I really wish they would have got more into with the Malone and Pippen feud, dog, and how Malone went on to WWE. What was that at the time? WCW?
No, it was WCW.
WCW.
I remember.
Yeah.
I really thought they was gonna touch on that, dog.
That was the one and only time I was watching
WCW. You know
WCW.
what? They did that part out, bro. Like it wasn't just hot.
Cause they was going at it on the court, and they was going at it in the wrestling ring too. I'm like, man, they should have showed that shit, dog.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, they showed Rodman going to WCW, but they did not show Karl Malone as going to WCW either. I mean, it wasn't about him, but you got to keep it real here, people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just, you know, Rodman.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, hold on, but if I'm not mistaken, Karl Malone went to WCW after the finals and shit, like that summer.
Yeah, it was that summer.
And they was basically talking about, like, during that June. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
so, like,
yeah.
to talk about Karl Malone going there, it'd be, like, after the documentary. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just basically focusing on all the way up to the title.
Okay. Now I see.
That's true. How y'all feel about this flu game, man?
The flu game. Go ahead, D.
Okay. Well, that shit was shocking, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, you know, to see. I mean, I wasn't too, you know what I'm saying, like disappointed or anything to find out it wasn't a flu game, but it's crazy, like, how it's, you know what I'm saying, you kind of find out Jordan had got off of practice, you know what I'm saying, with his trainers or whatnot, ended up ordering a pizza, you know, getting something to eat, and it's 5 guys delivering one piece, so that is suspect as hell. You know what I'm saying? to give him credit still, you know what I'm saying, to even, you know, some people, I seen some people clowning it. Oh, yeah, all right, he just had the stomach flu. That ain't nothing. Like, man, whatever. For him to still go out there and ball out and did what he did, sick as fuck like that, that's fucking amazing.
And that's a legend. Yeah, he's a legend. They kind of remind me of, like, I ain't mean to cut you off, but they kind of remind me of, like, Isaiah with the ankle, when he broke his ankle in, like, what, the 87 finals? Yeah. And, you know, he was playing, fighting hard, even though he wasn't able to play the next game. But it still shows a heart and determination to do it, whatever it takes to win a championship for your team.
Oh yeah.
You know, so that's a win at all costs mentality. If you got a flu, just go ahead on, just trying to knock it out.
And the crazy thing is, like, some people be like, oh yeah, well shoot, I was just, you know, some bullshit. You know, the pizza guy, he called up the station and said, no, nobody did that or whatever. The fact you did that show you on some bullshit right there. Because, number one.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. That was in Utah, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That number one, that show you on some bullshit right there. Let me just get the correlation together. Like, look, the man was sick. We seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? We see it visually, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And then you confirm that he got a pizza. You know what I'm saying? If you confirm that you gave him a pizza, but you saying nobody did nothing to it or whatever, but all of a sudden he was, you know what I'm saying, he came up sick in that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember a story way back in Sacramento, the same thing with Kobe happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he ate at a restaurant and ended up catching a stomach virus. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's just easy, simple math. 1 + 1 = 2. You know, come on now.
But I thought before
you know what I'm saying, that type of stuff ain't.
Because, you know, Michael, you know, MJ liked to drink. So I was thinking, like, I'm like, he probably was hungover and shit, you know?
Yeah, the stories throughout, like how we was talking about last episode about his father getting killed, the rumors and shit like that to discredit the flu game was always he was hungover. You know what I mean? And I didn't heard this plenty of times from certain people and certain other player fans and things like that, just to basically knock it. And then, like, I'm keep trying to tell folks, even if he was hungover, you know how bad you feel with a hangover? You ever had a hangover?
Exactly, bro. You still slightly drunk, but you sick as shit like that, and then you balling, man.
You go out there and balled out? Like, they talk about, see, this is the thing that I got. The criticism and the praise, right? Like, with the praise, it's always going to be called the flu game, no matter how you want to cut it and slice it. Yeah, it wasn't the for real flu, you know what I'm saying? But it was the stomach virus. The way the team was talking and his mama was talking and things like that, he didn't even look the same. His pigmentation was what she say? He was gray. I'm trying to quote her words. I think she said he looked gray, and it just wasn't good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Dehydrated. He had to be on a IV before the game, and et cetera, et cetera. And for him to go out there and ball out like how he did, man, there's no way you can knock it. No way you can knock it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if put it like this.
Man, that's like even me as a little boy. You all right, bro? Puff Gill. Shit, Puff Gill.
You already know it. You know it.
He been stingy with the weed, dog.
Man, shoot, you already know, bro. Shoot, I'm about to say, I passed that jump, man.
Yeah, I feel it. It's COVID-19. You can't do that shit no more. You can't pass a gill, bro.
Ain't no more. I mean, I'm telling you, man. I don't even know shit after this shit, bro. That shit, man.
Puff, hell nah.
Right, puff, hell no.
But nah, bro. Like me, like I remember I had a flu, man. The last time I had a flu, I was like in 7th grade, and I felt, man, I'm like, man, I can't go nowhere. I was in the bed for 2 days, bro. I'm like, for Michael Jordan to go out there and actually like ball out, even though it's like a different virus, whatever, but he still like managed to like muscled up and like ball out, and that's crazy.
I mean, no matter how you slice it, like I was saying, man, because I done heard fans, you know what I'm saying, throughout the years try to make it seem like he wasn't sick at all. And then I question and notice, like, all right, if he wasn't sick at all, he still balled the fuck out. No matter how you want to cut it or slice it, he went crazy that game.
He
You know
still
what I
went
mean?
crazy.
Like,
Bro, hey, remember that one game that Kobe Bryant was sick? I think he was in Utah. It was that one game Kobe Bryant would play. He had a flu. This was like back in 2010, 2009 or something like that.
okay, yeah, I think that game.
You remember, Rob?
I'm trying to remember. You said this was during like that second run.
This is back in like 2010.
Yeah, that's that second run. Remember?
Yeah.
But no, I probably vaguely remember.
It was just a regular season game, but he was like sick as hell. And
Yeah,
I think he only played for like 20 minutes and he had to get out. But man, I was like, man, this is gonna be like another food game, bro. I can't wait. And it's Kobe too. Kobe, Michael Jordan. So I was like, damn, this is gonna be a good one. Then he ended up only scoring 5 points, but shit, I was like, but like,
I mean, it's levels to whatever your sickness is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, everybody in different variety.
Oh, you know what? It was Denver, not Utah. It was Denver. And you also got to think about it too. Denver got a higher elevation too.
Oh yeah. I've been to Colorado and Denver before, man. Like drinking out there, you got to be careful, bro. Like real talk, dog. Like
man, you a mile high up, bro.
Yeah, man. Like you way above sea level, so it's different, dog. Like if you sipping, oh yeah, it's gonna be way different, bro. You gonna feel that like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was out there, I was having a nice little drink session and whatnot with a nice young lady. Hope she's listening right now. Shout out to you, baby. But it was a good drinking session. But I remember I was fading. I was up there off that drunk, man. Like real talk, And I'm not much of a drinker, but yeah, man. It was,
it's something to get used to, dog. If you live out there in Colorado, it's something to get used to.
Oh yeah.
Your ass will be barely breathing, dog. I'm like, shit.
Grab all that drunk is like, man.
But yeah, man. Let me go. So with this one, I thought he was gonna be like, like drunk as hell, some shit, bro. Cause I thought from the looks of it, from like my age during that time, I was like, damn, he had to be drunk or some shit. I don't think he was a fool. I think he was drunk, whatever. And I was saying this over the years, and he was still managing the ball. I'm like, damn.
They always fuck like
a game.
You said what again?
I was about to say, you know what I remember from that game? He was earling a lot. I remember they had the bucket by him or whatnot, and they kept throwing a towel over him or whatnot. He was earling a lot. So if you are drunk or whatnot, yeah, that may be the damn case. Or stomach virus, either or. You know what I'm saying? Because it couldn't have been the flu. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real. You got the goddamn flu. Stay the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. No offense or nothing like that. But you see, like, the main pictures and shit. It got Scotty holding them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you got the flu, that would mean Scotty got the flu, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so it wasn't the flu. So now that we really thinking about it, like, I hope Jordan would have been drinking before a game like that. And if you did drink that damn excessively, Jordan, you know what I'm saying?
You deserve that shit.
Like, damn, I remember somebody telling me, like, damn, he may have been drunk and Phil told his ass, no, ain't no, you stay, ain't no missing this game. You going ahead and playing.
Right.
But like I just said, though, even drunk, he balled out.
Mm-hmm.
But I can remember being, like, watching it. I bought into the media propaganda. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, oh, damn, this nigga had the flu. Throughout time, and the older I got, you know what I mean, I started realizing, like D was just saying, like, ain't no way in the real he had the flu as contagious as the flu is. One of them, you know what I mean? Like, no, that wasn't impossible. So I started realizing, like, damn, maybe he just had, like, a 24-hour bug. Like, everybody didn't have one of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he probably woke up today. And, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in hindsight, not watching the documentary, it makes more sense that he had the stomach virus. As something was wrong with him, with his stomach, that was altering his, immune system. It make more sense. You know, more than likely he ate some bad. The cheese was spoiled, or they did. You know what I mean? I don't want to say they put some shit in there, man, but
They put some
whatever
shit
he
in there.
ate, it didn't agree. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I don't. You know what? I worked at a pizza place before. I keep it 1,000. You can put some old shit together if you fucking want to. You ain't got to poison that nigga. You can give him an old ass pizza. You know what I'm saying? And hand it to him like it's brand new.
Yeah. That's how it is at fucking Little Caesars. They be put some old pizza in there and shit.
And that's why
You talking about it's hot already. Talk about it's hot already. That shit cold already, motherfucker. That shit be seeing that motherfucking thing for a long ass time.
Long ass time. Oh, don't let it be one of them ghetto ones. That bitch will sit out there in that damn little on that little stack for a couple of hours. Real talk.
That's why you also you used to work at Little Caesars, right? I know it's off subject. You used to work at Little Caesars, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they had like on the box where like on the left hand side on the box where you got put down like how many minutes it's been sitting right there, or it's good by such time.
Yep.
People don't even pay attention. People don't be paying attention, dog.
At all to that shit. That shit right there by that damn stack.
Hell no. What you about to say, Rob?
I was gonna say, man, a lot of people don't pay attention, man, because as fucked up as it sounds, why should they? People be assuming that you talk about like far as what, co-workers or just a regular customer?
Customers.
You said what, CJ?
The customers.
The
customers, because they don't be paying attention. They only paying attention because like say you order like a regular pepperoni hot ready. Like okay, I'm gonna get it out this thing. It's been sitting there for like an hour. Didn't even know it. That shit might be, you think it's like quote unquote fresh.
But like, come on, like CJ, we worked at Mickey D's 10 plus years ago. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you can attest like I can attest, dog. Nigga, sometimes motherfucker, them chickens used to be in there for hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like we were supposed to change them. Like somebody like me, I didn't give a fuck. So I used to change the shit. Like, man, fuck it. You know, I don't own this shit. But then you got some people who be so lazy, they don't want to drop that shit and make no new ones. So they just go ahead and wrap that shit up and give it to a motherfucker, or to throw it in the microwave, and they do their little perks and cheats.
Bro, I remember seeing people dropping like 20 patties and shit, like for the double cheeseburgers and shit. And they be living in that damn thing for like hours, dog. I ain't gonna say no names.
Oh shit, you remember
I ain't gonna say no names. Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names, but that joke be still sitting there for hours, dog.
Man, I got so many horror stories about working in that fast food all them years ago, dog. But like you were just saying though, like why should the customers, like, think about it? You should be doing your job. It's fucked up that I gotta be, you know what I'm saying, worrying about shit like that, dog. But at the end of the day, man, you not afraid about losing your job or giving me food poisoning and shit like that, man. Cross-contaminating. There's a lot that goes on to just serving food, period.
Right.
You know what I mean? Regardless if I'm working at Little Caesars or a 5-star restaurant. It's this damn near same thing. I'm prepping food for somebody to eat and digest.
Right.
If it's old, I can't serve this shit.
Man, hell nah. I know, like, all places, like, I think the health department, they're supposed to come, like, what, twice a year?
I don't know. I can't remember.
But shoot, I don't remember one day a health department coming in to inspect our shit, because we would have been closed by now.
Well, you talking about when we used to work,
McDonald's, the one we used to work at. We would have been closed years ago.
Nigga, what? You don't remember them days, when the inspection days? Nigga, they used to make sure all the good workers, nigga. I used to be in that bitch, nigga. We used to be in there.
See, I wasn't there. I guess I wasn't a good worker. Then. See, I don't remember that.
Oh shit, man. Nah, man. Yeah, them inspection days be the worst days, dog, because nigga, they be putting on so many motherfucking fronts, dog. It was a shame, man.
Hey, I don't even imagine. You got it. It was a lot in front of motherfuckers at McDonald's anyway.
Man, I don't even want to discuss them motherfuckers. That's
Okay.
clearly was the worst job.
The worst job.
It wasn't even a title of just simply working fast food. It was just the environment in that bitch. You know what I mean?
Man, hell yeah. I was so glad to get out that bitch. Hey, what did you say years ago? You was gonna pull the Craig.
Ha!
Remember that, dog?
This nigga Craig called me one day like, Rob, you going to work? I'm like, yeah, nigga, what's up, man? We about to be in the baby. He's like, nah, man, fuck them niggas, dog. Man, I ain't coming in that bitch, man. I'm just calling to let you know.
Dog.
He like, nigga, I ain't want to leave you staking, dog. I'm giving you the heads up, dog. Fuck them niggas. I can't take no more, dog. And I felt them, dog. I couldn't even get mad, man. It was real nigga shit for this nigga to call me and let me know pre-hand, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had to let you know because like I didn't want to go call. I wasn't gonna call in or nothing because I had another job at that time. So I'm like, man, forget this job, man. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Yeah, man. I was so done with them, dog. I was there for like what, a year or two at that point. Yeah, 2 years.
It was just building up, dog. It was just too much bullshit.
Politics.
Back to back. Too many fucking politics. Now, I knew it was a problem when I was getting 3 days and this nigga Rufus was on the several nigga for 5. I knew it was a problem.
Oh, that nigga. I know you ain't want to say his name, but he don't listen to this damn podcast anyway. But
and if he do, that nigga knew he was a bum. Like, man, all right, man. Hold on. Let's put a pause on a Jordan conversation. We gonna go right back to it. Just a pause.
All right, cool.
Niggas who be working these jobs be knowing they bums, dog. Like,
man.
I mean, come on, you gotta know you the bum in the job, and not the bum far as you just broke type shit or don't got no money. You just a bum ass worker, dog. Like, you gotta know when you the bum. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't seeing everybody else doing they shit, dog. You being the bum.
Mm-hmm. You just there, you just be punching it in, dog. I swear to God, dog, I work with so many niggas like that, dog. They just punch the clock, dog. I'm not just gonna see like how. I ain't no hater.
Hey, bro, the worst. I ain't mean to cut you off. The worst is, I used to do this too. I pretty much say this to myself too. The worst is people come to work, clock in, walk the fuck out, and then they come back and clock the fuck out.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, look, I respect all hustles. If you're not to the point where you want to be, you know what I'm saying, how you gonna ever get there if you don't even got a work ethic? Like, you're not just about to wake up one day, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z. Yeah, he an entrepreneur and shit like that, but he still had to go out and work and hustle, regardless if it was drugs or just a rap game. He had to get off his ass, and he had to be a good-ass motherfucking hustler to get where he was at, and he had to be a good-ass rapper to get where he was at. So it's like, I get the whole logic, like, oh, man, fuck these niggas, I don't, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, man, I understand. You know what I mean? Because I done gave my all the jobs growing up and shit like that to the point I never about to give 100% of me to a motherfucking workplace ever again. But to a degree, I'm not about to be no bum ass worker. If Darren in there on the line, we had to plan some shit, and this nigga Darren on the line doing this thing, man, it'd be disrespectful to this nigga D if I was just cruising while this nigga working.
Right.
Oh man.
You feel me?
Bro, that's every workplace,
as a man, I couldn't do no shit like that, dog. Like, damn, man, this nigga busting his ass, dog, even doing half my job, and I'm just chilling and shit, man, doing the bare minimum.
Bro, that's every job, dog. Every workplace. My job like that currently, dog. Like, I'll be busting my ass, or other people, you be seeing them bust their ass, and you got somebody right behind them not doing shit.
Man,
bro, that's the worst possible people, dog.
Man, out of every job I done had, bro, I swear.
That's another episode, dog.
It is, man. But I just want to say my bad. You know what I mean?
No, that's cool. We could talk about that. I got all day.
My bad, fellas. I had to, dog.
Got a little rant going on.
I swear, man. Every job I ever had, dog, that shit up there was the fucking worst, man. Like,
bro, that's me too. Every job I had was like that. The job I'm at now is the same thing.
Man,
yo, I was talking about that once.
Right quick. Yo, so I ain't gonna say no names, but you know what I'm saying. At my gig, you know what I'm saying. This is cat name. I'm gonna say Dino Dan. You know what I'm saying. This nigga,
Dino Dan. I like that.
Man, he old shit. Nigga, Dino Dan, like, you know what I'm saying, about 55 years old, bro.
Bro, those old employees be the worst, dog.
So
I mean, I had some cool old schools though. I ain't gonna lie. I had some cool.
Like,
old
some old motherfuckers be lazy
bro,
as hell,
but you be on a lot of bullshit, bro. So like, dig this shit, man. So like, once this cat felt like he done got in and shit, you know what I'm saying? He feel like he's running things and shit. You know, he feel like he can boss niggas around and shit. So I've been peeping for like the last few months. Like, dog done try to throw me up under the bus to the my supervisor and shit. But like, he be on a lot of bullshit himself. So my boss see that shit too, you know. So I ain't tripping. So like, look, this nigga and shit today. I tell my young dog T, like Tyler and shit, like, yo, come here, bro. Check this shit out. We got a whole stack, right? This nigga don't pay attention to shit, and niggas been telling this nigga for months, bring your goddamn glasses so you can read the tag so you can see what you know what I'm saying, you doing or whatnot. This nigga, you know what I'm saying, ain't had his glasses on the months because he trying to be a young nigga trying to, you know, he trying to be flossy. If you know, don't get twisted. If you old and you trying,
wait a minute, hold on, dog. This nigga
I'm
on
gonna
some
work
of this
with you.
goose shit, bro.
Man, bro, this nigga's on some bullshit, bro. Like he on this nigga.
Yo, this Mr. Big Cool,
bro.
dog.
You trying to be cool as hell. You still wearing them Coogee outfits?
Man, this nigga blind as a motherfucking bat, bro.
Oh, he on this Mr. McGoo, bro. Oh,
but yo, dig this shit. So I got this stack of beds and shit here, right? So I say, yo, T, how many beds is that right there? He said, that's like 3, D. No, really 4. I say, how many? I said, how many doggone pads you think this nigga about to bring back? He said he gonna bring at least about 3 of them bitches. I said, bet to 5. How many y'all think this nigga came back with, y'all?
I'm gonna say 2, dog. I'm gonna say 2.
I would say 3.
See, he came back with 1, bro. He came back with 1. He came back with 1 after I was staring at the stack for about 5 minutes, bro. He up here telling me, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he telling the boss and John, I'm the reason why we moving slow. I be trying to help this nigga do so much stuff because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. I know the ins and outs, but you know, I don't know everything, but I know what I'm doing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So again, we got to, you know what I'm saying? It cost my man T to 5. T, like, he looking at this, like, the utter disappointment in this nigga face when this nigga came back with that 1 pad was so fucking, it's classic.
Oh, man.
We got another stack.
This low key though, dog.
This later on today. This nigga, we got another stack of beds, man.
That was hilarious, dog.
You
gotta love old people though.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I love old people, man.
You gotta love them, dog.
Look. I done had some cool motherfuckers that's old school, dog. For the majority of the shit, dog, a lot of them old school niggas, dog. And I hate to say it, man, like, you gotta think about it, D, man. Them niggas be looking at life, dog, because they be feeling like they should be in certain positions and shit in life, dog. So by default, they be thinking in their head they can only give the bare minimum. They be thinking at this point they should be a boss or some shit because they older than everybody in this bitch. So ego come into play.
Oh no. See, this is the thing right here. See,
bro, that's how it is in my job, dog. These old heads, they be like 55, 60. They should have been retired years ago. They still trying to.
You said years ago. It said 55.
They supposed to been retired years ago, but they still. They are like, you don't got no 3 stripes in on your shoulder boards. Like, you only got 1 stripe, dog. Like, like, you better get on some goddamn weird, dog.
Man, like for real,
so,
bro.
They don't be doing shit. They don't be doing nothing, bro.
You heard me. They be feeling important when they got power, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like, yeah, that's how dog be feeling and shit. Like, you know, he be trying to tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, to come here and just like they his grandkids and shit. Like, niggas be at work be looking at this nigga like, what the fuck? But like, no, dig this. So
like, man, you don't get your unk ass on over there.
Bro, before look, cause this was my last day in my area and shit, man. Cause I told my boss, like, look, I'm about to move on to another area. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it with dog no more. You know, I ain't throwing him up under the bus and nothing like that. Just said I can't do it. Mm-hmm. So since dog wanted the boss hog and junk, you know what I'm saying? He trying to flex like he doing all the work and shit, dog. I like you say, like I'm glad y'all brought this shit up. Like, you know, like bum ass workers. I feel the same way. Man, I worked that nigga today. I tell you, I ain't lift a motherfucking finger at work today, dog, for goddamn 8.5 hours.
Oh shit, man.
Bro, this nigga couldn't even lift a goddamn twin bed up. The springs, man. Like, when you can't even lift the damn springs up, that's pathetic, bro.
Damn, I see why you don't be on the show sometimes. You be tired of the motherfucker.
Man, bro, like, whoo, when we were humping, bro, we can hump, like, on some real junk. And, like, and then like I say, fuck it, man. We on the show, man. I've been carrying that nigga like goddamn LeBron and shit, dog. on them other teams, shit, dog.
Oh shit, nigga. Do I got a screenshot
set.
your face, nigga, over LeBron looking at J.R. Smith, nigga?
Man.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh man, I'm about to make that tonight, D. Nope, no excuse. Nope, you said it, dog. I got a screenshot. I got a motherfucking goddamn photo, motherfucker shot this nigga D face over LeBron, dog, looking at J.R. Smith, dog.
Oh shit, dog.
Hey, you asked for it. Hey, bro, you asked for it, dog.
He did, though, did he? He did.
You did. You asked for it, dog.
Oh man, dog.
That's how I feel, dog. Carrying niggas, dog. Carrying that nigga, dog.
Oh shit.
All right, man. So I want to talk about this. Man, that was a good ass conversation, though. I really didn't want to stop, but we gotta continue with this thing real quick.
Oh yeah, what we at? 98 or we still in 97?
We still 97. 97/98. So I know Michael Jordan, he came back with he want revenge because, you know, Karl Malone, he won MVP that year.
Hold on. See, before you go in, let me just say this, John, about that 97 year. 97. That year has the most blockbuster and damn near the best films to come out like ever. If you look at it that whole year, like look at that list of films. But go ahead.
And then that was miscellaneous as hell, dog.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. That year was a dog ass year. I remember.
That's what I'm saying. Like everything that year was like damn near fire, bro.
Hey man, hold on. We had the Titanic.
Yep.
Life After Death.
Yep.
We had Jordan winning another ring, another back-to-back. Wait a minute, shit.
Hey, the music was good. Hey, bro, music was good too in 97.
Did Men in Black come out that year?
No, it came out 96. No. It was 97. I'm thinking about Independence Day.
Men in Black 97. Hold on, wait a minute.
Bro, I don't think about Independence Day, but Independence Day came out 96.
Jurassic Park 2.
Damn, that was 97?
Yeah, that's 97. Jurassic Park came out in 95, right?
No, 93.
93, 94.
Yeah, 93, 94.
Let me see, bro. I think.
Oh, I can name something that was terrible in 97.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I ain't gonna do it though, man. I ain't gonna do it.
But yeah, Titanic. We had Air Force One, bro.
Mm-hmm.
As good as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth Element.
Yep.
Bro, he has some good movies, dog. But yeah, Air Bud. Remember Air Bud?
Yep. Gone, man. Gone. What's wrong with you, dog?
I thought Air Bud came out in 96. But yeah. We had, man, a lot of shit was going on in 97 too, bro.
Good music.
I'll tell you, good music. We had Erykah Badu. She came out with her debut album.
Man.
I think like 96 and 97 was like the prime years of the 90s.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
I would say 95. I would say 95.
Look, think about this. Like,
you gotta add, Rob, you do gotta add in 95 because 95 do got
95 was kind of good, bro.
Look, listen, you got the early 90s that was like transitioning from the 80s. So you still had a lot of niggas walking around like hot top phase, and it was a whole lot of like, you know what I'm saying?
Jerry curls and shit.
Pop culture things that was going on. Like, for example, majority of anybody who was black on TV and shit like that had a high top fade, or a lot of little goofy shit like that was going on. Like, but like towards the mid 90s, I can even throw in 95 a little bit. Cause like 95 felt like a transitioning year. But like 96, like literally every year that Jordan won a ring, man. And I hate to seem like I'm just putting everything on Jordan, but like look at the impact of them years.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Like technology started getting better. Cell phones started become more and more, you know what I'm saying, popularized and things like that little by little. they wasn't taking over like how they did like last decade or, you know what I'm saying, the 2000s, but they was starting to come into fruition. We had, and the internet
was coming
remember,
up.
what was it, Windows 95, Windows 98, you know what I'm saying, LOL, you know, we started getting more and more pop culture, like Darren just said in 97 with the movies, you know what I mean? CD players started to take over from tapes. Like, we still had tapes, but like, it was a new thing. It was the CD player. Then we started converting over to DVDs, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it was a lot going on, dog. It was a lot
I think
going
we
on.
convert to DVDs in what, 97, right? 96, 97?
Like 96, 97, little by little. Like, every movie wasn't on DVD, but some would.
Satellite dishes.
Man.
We had
Man.
satellite dishes in 96, bro. 96, 97.
Man. Like,
That
look
took
at
over the game for a little bit, and then you got to think about, how about the fashion, bro? Like, we had, remember Dada shoes, dog?
But see, that's why I didn't want to say 95, man, because like the fashion was still a little bit cross colors and shit like that in 95. But 96, a lot of that was like out the window. You know what I mean? We started rocking the Jordans and the Dadas and the Nautica, the Bauer, and you know what I mean?
And shit, yeah.
Nigga, FUBU came out of nowhere in 96. They blew up. You know?
Mm-hmm. Man, they blew up quick as hell.
Remember I want to say 97, you know, you had the designer haircuts and whatnot with the characters, and you had either a Looney Tunes or a Nike logo on your head.
Nigga, the Power Ranger symbol in the back and shit,
Right,
Jordan jump.
The Jordan Jumpmans was popular in my hood, dog. You see niggas getting all types of Jordan Jumpman. Dog, man, I love 97, dog. I think 97. All right, before we go on our topic, what was y'all favorite years, dog? Name 3 of your favorite years.
Period, or like in the 90s?
Period, in general. It could be 90s, 2000s, 2010s. What was like your favorite years and why?
If I got to go ahead, I got to start with, like I said, about like 97. Like I say, the blockbusters was films and jungles was epic. I remember as a kid just either going to the movies every other month, like that year, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, hanging with different relatives. It was a very good, positive year. 2004 was just lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rob, no, bro.
Yeah.
Here, bro. Rob.
Oh, what a year for niggas.
There stories from that year, bro.
Bro, I think 03, 04 is my favorite too, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
And the Pistons won.
Yeah, we got some hood classics in 04, dog.
Hood classics. Coming soon.
Hey, I can't even say none of that shit on the motherfucking podcast too. That's sad, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Hood classics. Oh shit, nigga! Remember the Mark Edwin beef, all that shit.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
And what was the other one?
Classic, dog.
The other one after that, man, let me see.
Whoo.
This been some classic years, man. Some good years, man. Like, I'm so real. Maybe if I say probably like 2010, man, because it was like a turning point for music, you know. Because like I say, like a lot of people was complaining. I won't say this, it wasn't just about them complaining, but it felt like, you know, everybody was, oh man, everything down south, everything so bubblegum pop. And then we got these new young artists who just came out and you know, just shit, they taking over the game. You know, you got the Drakes, the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Cole's, you know, just dope artists like that. They just came up and blew up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these songs just don't sound the same or just generic, like how you know you hear the everyday songs and whatnot. You know, and it's no diss to those rappers or anything like that, man. You know, everybody got their own lane.
And for me, I would say 1997 was my favorite year, only because like not only for the music and the movies. I would say like I remember. I think it was a turning point for like my whole family because I remember my mom. She had a really good job, and my mom used to always take us out. And I remember my sister. Shout out to my sister Renee, man. She always take me out shoe shopping every other weekend, bro. Like, she always made sure I was fresh, man. And I don't really remember anything really bad happening in '97. I think every other day was like really good. I remember like people close to me dying and stuff like that. It wasn't really no drive-bys in my area. People was getting along. I talk like far as like my circle. That was a really good year, man. And the music, oh my God, the music was beautiful, man.
It was everywhere.
Yeah, and so with 98, 98 was really cool. I think as in 98, I was like 10 years old at the time. And I kind of like figure out, what was my identity, what I like to do and shit like that. In 98, I was into a lot of shit, man. I was in basketball, football, baseball, soccer. I was doing a lot of shit.
This nigga the GOAT, man. This nigga,
man. I was doing. You got to, bro. If you in the hood, bro, keep yourself occupied in sports, dog.
Oh yeah.
You got to, dog. So like my mom, she got me involved in everything. So like after school, I was go basketball practice, or I would do homework, or another day I had football practice and shit like that. I was in rec leagues, dog. So 98 was a busy but great year. And like y'all said, the other year, 04, dog. 03, 04, bro. Y'all gotta think about that crunk music, dog. That Lil Jon. Bro, we was slapping this shit, snapping.
Every year in high school, from 02 to 06, was the exact same amount of years that crunk music dominated, dog.
Yep.
Bro, I had a great time in high school, dog. I don't know what everybody's saying, but I had a good time in high school, dog. And I went to 3 high schools, bro.
Oh yeah, facts.
All the high schools I've been to, all the high schools I went to Denby, I went to King, and I went to Murray Wright. I had a good time at all 3 of them schools, bro.
Let me see. The years that I might not be able to just say like one year. I have to say like back-to-back years, man. Like
that's what I did. I'd say 03, 04, 97, 98. I did back-to-back years.
Right. So I had to say like 96, 97. You know what I mean? Because it just goes hand in hand with me. You know what I mean? Like 96, the transition basically into the 64 and just being a kid, watching Jordan come back, winning 72 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of the best Jordans, in my opinion, came out like the end of 95 to about like 97.
Jordan dominated. My bad, Rob. I ain't cut you off. Jordan dominated totally, bro. You got Space Jam that year. Like you said, the Jordan's hard.
Space Jam that year, man. You know what I mean? Like classic albums, All Eyes on Me. It was written. You know what I mean? Like Biggie came back the next year in 97, Life After. Like me and my sister was like huge Puffy, Biggie, Mace fans. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, bro, Missy and Busta Rhymes videos was classic, dog.
Yeah, I was about to say that Missy Elliott and her crew and Aaliyah and them, what was they called? Background. They were starting to, you know what I'm saying, like pop. You know, I can remember like what I was about Puffy and them. I can remember in the Mo Money, Mo Problems video, them wearing the Air Force Ones. And I just remember seeing them bitches and just like, we just wanted something after that. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, we got to get some Air Force Ones, you know? And that was like 97 going into 98. The next years, I'll probably say like 03 and 04, like you said. You know what I mean? Like, first with 03, man, like Get Rich or Die Trying, man, like to experience that shit as a teenager, man, to see something like, I always remember my older cousins and I'm talking about like when Tupac, like we talking about 96 and shit like that, but granted, we was kids then. We was like 8, 9 years old, you know what I mean? Right. But like to experience the feel of 50 Cent dominating like how he did that year from 03, 04, basically, dog, at 15, 16, that shit was just like incredible for me, man. You know what I mean? That was like the soundtrack of my 9th grade, basically. You know what I mean? And, you know, like, of course, we had like the video games, PlayStation 2s popping, Live 503, Live 04. You know, you couldn't miss with music at that time either, man. You know what I mean? Hip hop and R&B, like
Hey, man was balling.
Usher.
Man, Matt was dominating too, bro.
Martin, you had Michael Vick was on the cover of that 04. He was a cheat on that, man. People used to just pick Atlanta just to play with Vic, bro.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them people, dog.
I was one of those people too, dog.
I used to cheese with that nigga, dog.
The wrestling games, you know what I mean? Like, here come the Pain and SmackDown. Oh, nigga, quit playing, man. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a good time, man. You know, then like the city was on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like
the city was on fire, dog.
We thought Blade was about to make it. You know what I mean? Like, to be real with you, dog. Like,
bro, it was not one weekend in the summertime that Belle Isle wasn't slapping, dog. Belle Isle was on slaps, bro.
Everywhere, bro. Like, I could just remember walking the hood with this nigga Darren, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man, CJ, we just like link up sometimes early in the morning, dog, like around 10, 11 in the morning.
For no reason at all,
everywhere,
dog. For no reason at all.
Just walk in the hood sometimes. Sometimes we wasn't even doing nothing, man. Just walk. And when I say niggas used to be everywhere, dog, like everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, that bring back memories. You know? But I'm going to say one more year, and then we can continue, dog. I'm going to just say like 2017. And I'm going to say that because that was the year I got my transplant. You know what I mean? It's like, in so many words, I had my LVAD for the listeners. I don't know if everybody know, but, you know, your man's had a heart transplant a few years back, 2017. So, going up until the transplant, the first 6 months of the year, I had an LVAD. And it's like, the first month was rough. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I ain't thought I was going to be able to make it. But little by little, man, I started realizing, like, man, this shit ain't really nothing. It's more mind over matter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wound up getting my transplant, dog, and I was one of the quickest ones to ever receive the call to get a transplant. For like an LVAD patient, nigga, the earliest you might get a call, nigga, to receive your organ be like 2 years. So like for me to get that call so soon, I was blessed. And it's just like right after that year, man, like a whole lot of positive shit started happening to your mans. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was like,
bro.
It was simple shit that I was doing, but it was like, damn, man, at one point I couldn't do this shit. Like, to simply just be able to be like, I'm not really supposed to be drinking or smoking or nothing like that, dog, but like to walk up out that hospital, dog, feeling rejuvenated like I did, to be able to motherfucking really sneak and drink a motherfucking brew, dog, that was like the best feeling in the world. Nigga got out the hospital straight to Burger King, dog. Like, nigga, I ain't trying to hear none of that bullshit, dog. I've been on this diet. I've been eating all this boot, man. Nigga, take me to Burger King. Nigga, I want me two Whoppers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just like the little things.
So like right now, is it like certain things you can't eat that you was eating back then?
I mean, man, like right now my diet should be logical. Like everybody's diet to a degree should be logical, but I should watch it a little bit. Like if I had some bullshit today, tomorrow I shouldn't be having no bullshit. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
Or watching like little light portions and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie, my diet ain't the best and shit like that because mainly this COVID shit.
Oh,
but like
God.
I managed to still like sneak and lose 6 pounds. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm ashamed to tell you how many pounds I gained, dog.
Nah, man, don't be ashamed, bro. What can you do? We in the house, damn near only forced to eat. You know what I mean?
Man, I ain't ashamed. I'm keeping it real. I'm glad I gained these 20 pounds, man. I was out here like I was out here $180, dog. Out here damn near frail as fuck, bro.
How tall are you though?
I'm 5'9", bro.
Oh, okay.
So like, shit. When I play ball and shit, like, don't get me wrong, like when I lost the weight, it's like I was way heavier. I was probably like 220, 225. When I lost the weight and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a big difference in my hoop game. I ain't the best hooper or nothing like that, by the way, people, if y'all listening and shit. So, don't get it twisted. But, it was a lot because you know what I'm saying. I used to be able to go down there and bang and grab rebounds and stuff like that, and it's just like my strength, my leverage was fucking gone, dog. Like I'm getting bounced around down there. You really feel that shit, like real talk.
Yeah.
You know, like my post game still the same. My jump shot still great, but like, yeah, man, like hey, that me be able to push niggas out my way and jump like that, or you know, what I'm saying like all that was just
Bro, I'm at 190, dog. And that's the
190.
heaviest I ever been.
Okay.
It is. Oh
No,
yeah, you short though, right? Yeah.
I'm little, so I'm like I'm 5'6".
Right.
I'm 5'5" without shoes. But no, like this is like the heaviest I ever been. I always been like 180-ish, 175, 180. I'm trying to keep it that way. I really want to be at 170, to be honest with you, because I like to run.
Right.
So for me to like run long distance without getting tired, I would love to be like 170. So I can run for a long time without getting tired and shit like that. I ran 2 miles the other day, bro, and I was dead tired by the time I hit the 2 mile mark, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I never been like that. I could be like mile 6, and I was starting to get tired a little bit.
You just got to get back to it because that's how I'm looking at it, dog. Like
that's all I'm trying to do, bro.
Being sick and shit like that, nigga, I got down to 125.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And mind you, before I got sick, I was like damn near 300. And I knew then my diet was out the way like that, but it was like a healthy 300. It was still muscles and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Fucked around sick, nigga, I got down to 125, dog. Was at it 135 for like a few months, you know what I mean? Granted, I got to like 180, and that's the goal. You know what I mean? Like 185, 8, that's basically proportion. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm at like 228. And I'm mad because 3 months ago and shit, when I went to the doctors, the whole lot's like right before, like literally when I say before in the state period shut down, all this COVID shit hit, I went to the doctor, dog, 3 days prior. And they like, man, the goal is to try to lose 20 pounds by the next time I see you. You like, by looking at your medical history, you done that 3 or 4 different times. So I know you can do it if you just get back in the gym. So I was on some shit like, damn, man, I'm lazy, nigga. I really don't want to do it, but I know I can, so fuck it, I'll just do it. You know what I mean? 3 fucking days later, dog, 72 hours later, nigga, the COVID fucking hit, and the first motherfuckers to close was the gyms. I'm like, well, god damn it, man, call me a motherfucking whore. Then my motherfucking doctor's calling me, and nigga basically trying to force me to quarantine because my situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just knew I'm gaining a whole bunch of weight, nigga. I low-key lost 6 pounds. So I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not the 20 I wanted, but I take it. You feel me?
So you're like your weight, do it fluctuates?
It do. Like sometimes it might be when I'm eating and drinking. Like if I know if I'm eating fucked up or if I done drunk some liquor or some shit, that shit gain, that stay on you, dog. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or if I'm just cool, like let's say the next week, I'm just drinking straight water, dog, no teas, no nothing. I'll be able to lose like 2 pounds, 3 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely with the medication that I take, dog, definitely for the transplant. I'm trying to tell y'all, dog, that meditation's so funny, nigga, because you can take that shit for 2 or 3 months straight without a problem. One day you might take that shit, nigga, you got the BGs.
Oh, dog.
You know what I mean? It's one of them. Like, oh, shit, it's just, you never know type shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sometimes that shit will be in your system, dog, and it'll plump you. You know what I mean? It look like water weight, but it's not really water weight.
It's so like some steroid type shit.
Basically, I'm supposed to always be in the gym, basically. You see what I'm saying? I'm always supposed to be working out, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a nigga, dog. I be on bullshit, man. I be like, fuck that shit sometimes. I be like, nigga, I need me a little brew right quick. I'm gonna sneak and drink a little something. I might even hit the blunt once or twice or 4 times. You know what I mean? But I gotta at least still stay in the gym. If I know I'm doing all this shit throughout the week, every Thursday, I should at least be working out in the gym. And I know I don't, and that's my problem. That's why everything ain't balanced. Because I'm not balanced, but I'm holding myself accountable. You feel me?
Yeah, and bro, I miss the gym. I used to go to the gym like at least 2-3 times a week, dog.
Yeah, you did.
And bro, I'm like big as hell now. I'm lazy. I'm starting to get lazy on the workout tip, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't run as much as I used to.
Shit,
Man.
run.
I do a lot of stuff around the house. I will say that. I do a lot of stuff around the house, but it's not the same, dog.
I tell you shit, about speaking about running, I'm glad you said shit ain't the goddamn same, bro. But shit, damn 18-year-old Darrean is way different from 32-year-old Darrean.
Bro.
Running. It's not the same no more, bro.
It's not the same. Bro,
Yeah.
you go to a basketball court. It can be 90 degrees outside at 18. You can still go in there and be hooping for hours, bro.
Hours.
Without getting tired. I think me and you was talking about that, Rob. I think about a few months ago we was done on our podcast. We was talking about that shit. We used to be go to the court, be 90 degrees, be hot as hell, still be hooping.
Back on days, dog. Niggas was younger. Niggas like I be telling my brother now, you know, because he a little younger than me, but I'm trying to show him like you more 30 than 29. You see what I'm saying? Like your body start catching up by default. Like how many years do you think you gonna be able to slide with just eating McDonald's and cookies and drinking and smoking and shit like that before your body starts showing effects? You feel me? And like it's a balance. Like if I know I'm not the best diet and my body by default start tearing down, I gotta at least try to get some exercise in twice out the week. You know what I mean? Or at least one day out the week. You feel me?
Yep.
Just be conscious about the shit.
Man, I'm trying to be, bro, but it can be hard sometimes.
Yeah,
I'll be opening the refrigerator. I'm like, damn, it's a fucking Sprite in there, dog. It is looking good as a motherfucker, dog.
I know damn well.
Bro, I know damn well I ain't supposed to be drinking this fucking pop, dog.
You buy 3 of them bitches, and after you drink the Sprite, you be like, man, you know what? Dog,
I might
get
fuck
me a
it.
shot too.
Bro, I might fuck it. Let me just get this shit.
Yeah,
dog.
look at you. But then right afterwards, then you about to hit that stove, get a little shot or two. You know what I mean? Then that shot go turn into a brew of 3. You know what I mean?
I'm dog. This nigga Rod got the recipe, dog.
He got the. Luckily, I don't smoke a drink, dog. Luckily, I don't smoke a drink, dog.
That's the recipe. It's like, nah, but
bro,
yeah.
luckily I don't smoke a drink, dog. I would have been fucked up in these streets, dog.
But shit, nigga, let's get back to the last dance and shit, dog. I know we losing some time, bro.
Damn. I don't know how long we been on here, dog. We've been talking.
Almost about 2, but we kicking it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we chilling though. I hope the audience will understand.
Man, they enjoy the motherfucker.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I had to bring up 97.
Oh no, you good, fam.
97, dog.
Let's see. Let's talk about the series they had back in 97 with the Pacers, the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, that was 98.
Did they play them in 90? No, they ain't played them in 97 in Eastern Conference.
Well, let's
Finals.
just go to 98. Let's go to
98. Let's go. Let's go to 98. I really thought Indiana was gonna beat. I thought they was gonna go to. Did they go to 7? They did not go to 7.
Did they? I don't recall.
Yeah, they went to 7.
Okay.
Did it? Oh, they did. They did. Reggie Miller hit that shot. The push. I think Reggie Miller pushed his ass, dog.
Well, of course he did. But see, that's why I was saying to start the podcast. You know what I mean? Like,
Jordan flopped, man. Jordan flopped a little bit. I said Jordan flopped a little bit too. It was a push, but don't get me wrong. Jordan flopped a little bit too. Jordan is strong and as big as you was to little Reggie frail ass. Like, and I'm a shooter, dog. You know what I'm saying?
But
I know how to push off and all that
though.
shit.
But
he's a
finesse
situations. For the finesse guy.
Yeah.
He was finesse contact on your ass. For real, for real.
Yeah.
Man, y'all gotta
see.
Man, the cats don't remember, man. Reggie Miller was a sneaky ass motherfucker, dog.
I will got off in that that series versus the Knicks. That was a hell of a push off. That was way worse than that Jordan shit. That shit, man. I don't understand how the refs don't like how you.
Man, I peeped it. Reggie be looking so innocent when he do the sneaky shit, dog. And it's like, damn, do I call it, dog? You know what I mean?
Right.
That was terrible. That was terrible. He got away with. I'm sorry when he went like poor Greg Anthony on that play, bro. Like he got shoved hard. Like I'm surprised he didn't go get up and blow that nigga shit out. Like bro, but what could you do? You got like fuck it, you get pushed out. I hope he missed it, but damn, he hit it. You get up, you play defense, and he hits another one. Like, god damn.
Bro, he is like, I love Reggie Miller is like one of my favorite players. I talk as far as like 3-point shooters. He's like one of my favorites, but it's like Michael Jordan could have like dominated his ass like even more, dog. Put 50 on his ass per game. Cause like Reggie Miller, he was so skinny, dog. He was like what, 6'6", 190?
Yep.
Jordan, bro, he was skinny as hell. Michael Jordan was
But
like,
he was fast, bro. Niggas forget that he was fast as hell too.
He was fast.
Thing.
He kind of reminded me of like, that's what reminded
me
me of like Rick Hamilton game, dog.
Oh yeah, that's who you think Rip learned that shit from? The finesse guy himself.
Running off them screens and
Running
shit.
off the screens, yeah.
Oh man, that junk is so man. Like I ain't gonna get started on that, but I love that run through screens, bro. I love that shit, bro.
Can y'all tell me why Indiana? I think they did it for the past couple of those. They did it in those couple of years. Why the hell they went bald head? Why all their players went bald head, bro?
Didn't they explain that one of them years on Sports Center? I can't remember.
I don't remember, dog. I like all these niggas bald head, dog.
Yeah,
Rick
I think they
Smith, all people. Rick Smits, Dale Davis. Dale Davis.
Yeah, they did.
Bald head, really.
Yeah, what Fab Five bullshit or something like that, or correlation or some
Mark
shit
Jackson,
like that.
dog. I'm like Mark Jackson, bro.
I always feel like Reggie Miller, like, well, I ain't gonna say always feel like. I used to always feel like, damn, man, Reggie just can't win it. You know what I mean? Like, damn, what can Reggie do? You know what I mean? But then I had to just, like, think in hindsight, though, I don't think Reggie was a number one option. Like, Reggie Miller was granted probably as a good-ass 2 option that was leading his team as far as he could take it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's the best.
Like, I mean, he had a good supporting team around him, though. Even even in '99, he was like this close to getting to the championship until Larry Johnson hit that last little shot. You feel me?
But think about what I just said though. Like he always is coming up short. It was always damn. You see what I'm saying? All these game 7s, all these elimination games, and it was like, damn, Reggie just can't get there. Then when one time he finally do get there, and granted, Kobe Bryant was even injured a bit in that finals, and then they still don't do it. And it's like, he just wasn't that superstar. Like, maybe Reggie Miller and, like, Charles Barkley could have teamed up. Or maybe how about this? You throw Reggie Miller's on that Knicks team, and maybe that Knicks win 2 or 3 titles. You know what I mean? But, like, as far as Reggie Miller being, like, yeah, because they didn't have no wing player at all. You know, it was Patrick Ewing, a bunch of scrumpy guys. You know what I mean?
What if Reggie Miller was with the Houston Rockets, the late Houston Rockets with Charles Barkley and the Dream?
Oh, and Scottie Pippen. Scottie was gonna mess that up. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's a team full of right there.
Put it in there. You know how a lot of people say, "Oh man, I like to see such and such a blah player lead their own team before I can really say they're a superstar or whatever." Reggie Miller's the equivalent to what Klay Thompson would be if he had his own goddamn team. I'm just saying.
And that's interesting.
Fuck with Klay heavy. That's my favorite player in the NBA right now.
Damn, that's a good comparison, bro.
Like, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like how Ray Allen was, basically.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Say you can't. And that's it. You can't do it. You can do it, but you have to put the right pieces behind that in order for that to work. You can't just have a shooter. A shooter can't just lead a team. And, like, I hate to say it, but, like, damn, Golden State, that first year, 2015, was the only time you've seen a shooter really lead his team to a championship. You know,
you got to know the shooters that you mentioned.
We call Steph a shooter, but Steph can get to the rim just as good as anybody else.
Oh, no doubt.
His highlights is the shooting, but he was living in that paint, bro.
And then think about it too, the players that you mentioned, like Klay Thompson, Ray Allen, they don't really play defense like that.
No. Hold up. I can't let you slander Klay like that. My nigga got defense, mad defense. I can pull up the stats and all that junk on so many various superstars. You know what I'm saying? Number one,
they probably don't have a leadership mentality. That's all I mean. That's all I'm saying.
But you talk about like leadership defense that come in with when the game on the line type shit. That's a little different, you know.
I got to throw it out here for Klay right here, bro. I ain't gonna get too deep.
Okay, I give you that. I give you that.
2017. And I'm gotta talk my shit. Fuck that, bro. I gotta talk my shit. 2017 NBA Finals, Game 2. My nigga Clay locked that whole starting 5 down for the doggone Cavaliers, bro. He put them niggas on L's for that doggone ring, bro. He wanted that shit. He played defense on Kyrie. He went out there. He played defense on JR. He played defense Brian. He played defense on K Love. And whoever they and Tristan Thompson bum ass. Go look up his doggone stats on what they shot that doggone game with Klay Thompson checking them. L. Whole starting 5 on L's.
Okay, I'll give you that. What?
I had to go in, bro. My nigga like when he won't think of shit like that, he gonna go get that shit. He because I gotta say they was clowning or whatnot because his shooter percentage and his numbers or whatnot as far as him scoring or whatnot his first couple of finals and whatnot. But he plays defense. That man does look at his numbers against James Harden. You know what I'm saying? He got that man on clamps. He may on like he might have 30, but look how he gonna go for that 30. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Sure. What if I know I don't want to be off topic, but somebody brought this up. I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago. They were saying like, what if OKC could have kept James Harden? You think they can win? Like,
I always say, I tried to give it leeway, but like in hindsight, knowing how all 3 of these players, you know what I'm saying, basically evolved literally right after that 2012 finals, it still wouldn't work. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why. Egos start to play in badly with James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Harden started to feel like that, you know what I'm saying? He was a star and a superstar, and granted, he is. I'm not going to knock him 100%, you know what I mean? But it's like the level of play that we see in Harden play today, I'm a dribble, shoot all these crazy ass threes, or if I can't shoot all these crazy ass threes, try my best to get to the line. Like, it's lazy. And it's like, at some point, the ego was going to come in. We started seeing Russ start showing them signs of the ego issues in that finals in 2012. When he started becoming a ball hog, we start seeing the glimpse of that in 2013 a little bit. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then he got injured. Then, you know what I'm saying? My bad. He didn't get injured. What happened that 2013 season? Was that? No. I'm fast forward. 2014. 2014, we started to see the glimpse. He got injured. KD went and won that MVP. That next season after that, dog, is just the ego, the trying to prove that I'm the best player on the team. And it's like at that time, I like Russ. Go ahead.
I was about to say, I didn't mean to cut you off, Rob, but you do see it at the start of the time, like right there, 2015, Russ started to lose his damn mind. You go back, you look at the highlights and whatnot, you see KD wide open, right, on the wing. And this nigga Russ takes the deepest 3-point, and that boy will go out of bounds for the air ball 3. Like, what are you doing? Because you trying to be the man instead of playing.
The only way these big threes and these title teams and stuff like that can work, you have to understand who's the best player. And the best player is always going to be the player who can do the most. Russ. Yeah, you could be a good-ass player in your own right, but you can't do what KD brings to the table. KD is a 7-foot shot guard. He's damn near a career 50, 40, 90 guy. He can get to the line with the best of them. He can dunk. He can everything that you want in a player, that's Kevin Durant. So after the 2015 season, why would you go that goddamn crazy? And in each season, we start seeing them more and more. Then 2016, it was the same issue. So it's like, we would love to see that OKC team stick together just in, you know what I'm saying, as far as being fans. But like, if we break the shit down and see where these players at now, 8 years later, the only one who still plays a team game is KD, and he's still the best player out of them 3. He the only one who won the ring, no matter how you want to cut and slice it. He's the only one who's still considered a top 3 to top 5 player. Nobody's running around. Think about this. This is how fucked up it is. Russell Westbrook and James Harden is 2 of the last 3 MVP winners, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They not even considered top 5 currently. KD is still considered a top 5 player.
Check this out right quick. I just wanted to throw this in about Russ, man. And this is, and I love the fact that you said that shit about KD. He has a ring. That's the key word. He has a ring. Regardless of whatever people feel or their opinions about where he went, fuck it. He won a ring out of the situation. And in the clutch. Am I correct, Rob?
In the clutch. Back-to-back years.
What? Like, listen, like, damn, it just hit me as you was talking about Russ. What has Russ done? And I don't get me wrong, I seen him have clutch moments in the regular season, but playoffs.
Oh, they choking the playoffs.
What?
Russ
3 straight years, bro.
Shit. Russ be on the goofball stuff in the playoffs, dog.
But 3 straight years, man. Like, come on, hold on.
Clutch, bro. What has Russ done in a clutch in big moments? Or where's his big moments at? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about a dunk or a highlight or anything like that. But outside of 2012, because that was the only time he was like really locked in as far as like going deep into the playoffs and all that. But outside of that, where's his big time moments where like my team needs me right now? You know what I'm saying? We can't, you know what I'm saying? Not saying we can't rely on KD, but you know, they got KD locked down. He dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? He covered. What moment because Russ had in the playoffs is like, damn, and not just offensively, defensively, all that. What has he done?
I always felt like Russ, and I hate to say it, man, when we talk about that OKC team, Russ was basically probably the third option on that team when you break it down, really, dog, because when it comes down to a clutch play, you know KD gonna be locked down. You know Harden gonna be locked down. These are the instant offense guys. Now, we need you to at least step up on defense. We know James Harden ain't gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? Russ, you choking. Like, one thing I can say, James and KD will launch that bitch and hit it. Russ, man, like, I can't trust you from 3. I can't even trust you from mid-range anymore. So I need you to at least try to create a defensive play or something. And it's like, throughout the years, we ain't seen it. Look what Chris Paul doing with that same OKC team. Russ with PG, Victor Oladipo, and Melo could not get out the motherfucking first round. But yet and still, all 3 of them years, he averaged a triple-double. You constantly trying to prove you the best player. You constantly trying to prove you the best point guard. You constantly trying to prove you better than KD. Meanwhile, we seeing other players better than you. We saw Dame last year destroy you. We saw Utah. Was it Utah a couple of years ago who destroys you? Or was it Denver? I can't remember.
It was Utah.
We saw Utah come and destroy you. Then we constantly giving you these excuses. We constantly motherfucking finding these loopholes and leeway. Bro, you averaging 22 attempts a game these motherfucking 3 years on 38%. 5 turnovers a game.
Talk that talk, bro.
68% from the free throw line.
Shaquille.
32% from 3 on 7 attempts a game. What the hell is you doing, bro?
Granted, don't get me wrong. You get on Russ, but I ain't forgot about Harden that month of January. Go ahead.
Oh, man. And one thing I can say, because Darren is my witness, I said it at the top of the season, I really feel like James Harden and Russell Westbrook ain't going to be in the NBA the next 2 seasons. I think they going to pull an Allen Iverson like how the NBA usually get rid of the people they feel like that's a headache after the 10-year mark. They did it with Iverson this last decade. They did it with a whole lot of different people. You know what I mean? And I feel like James Harden, the way he's been playing, the way he's been losing, and his style of play along with Russ, I think this was going to be like their last year or 2. Soon as I said it, Russ did step up, but James Harden went horrendous. You know, so I don't know what to say about these 2 fellas. You know what I mean? Because they back together, bro. They don't look scary at all. We talk about 2 prime players who former MVPs. Why ain't nobody complaining and bitching about that? But yet and still, when KD was with Golden State, it was a bitch. Oh, two former MVPs. But here it is, Russ. And you want to know why? It's because look at what they bring to the table, and then look at what KD and Curry bring to the table. KD and Curry bring team work to the table. They pass the ball. They're not selfish. They passing the ball in a system that they both averaging 26 points per game. They don't give a fuck about I got to get 30. James Harden want to get 38, 39. Russ, long as he got the triple-double, he's okay. Like, it's no personal agendas. So now you throw KD in the mix, and they'd still be trying to have their personal agendas, and they wouldn't win, bro. And you want to know why they wouldn't win? Because you got two players with personal agendas, and you got one player playing a team game. And the one nigga who's playing the team game is the best player.
Hold on, Rob. Let me ask you this. What is not said is, like, on several occasions that, Russ and doggone Harden is better than Curry and Clay, right?
I mean, a couple cats we associate with has said that, man. I'm not gonna say, you know.
Right. I ain't say that. I ain't say it. So, you know.
You would think like we already know Curry and Clay record and what they've done. So you would think that when y'all was saying what these people, you know, Rob, you know, we talking about, said that Russ is better. He had his own team, and that's the triple doubles and all that, and same thing with Harden, his stats and his threes, and you know what I'm saying, him filling the stat sheet and all that was better than Curry and Clay. You would think that with them getting back together, wouldn't they be like the best backcourt of all goddamn time?
They should be, bro. To be real with you, they really should be, because they both got the talent-wise to be the best point guard and the best shot guard overall in the game with no flaws. And they two of the top three, well, not top, but they two of the last three MVP winners. And this year, clearly, it was going to be, you know what I'm saying, Greek Freak for a back-to-back MVP. We all know that. But, you know, James Harden was still in the race. And I just feel like for them two to be, like, you know, scuffling and struggling like how they is, for nobody to be talking about them like how, quote-unquote, they was talking about Steph and KD, and for these two to still technically in their prime. I think they would, 29, 30, 31 years old. There's really no excuse, man, for the ego to come in to step and play like that. There's really no excuse. But I know we running out of time a little bit, man. I want to talk about these finals in '98, bro. You know what I mean?
My bad.
The 98
Oh, no,
finals,
this was a good-ass convo, dog. We gotta continue this on the next pod or two. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I just personally want to say this while we going into the 98, you know what I'm saying, finals, the Utah Jazz versus the Chicago Bulls. I want to say rest in peace to Jerry Sloan. He died today at the age of 78. So, you know, while we discussing, you know what I'm saying, the Utah Jazz versus the Bulls.
Oh, that was the score? That was the score? Oh, I didn't know that. Remember you said, that was the score?
Wait, about Jerry Sloan, man. A lot of people don't know. He was the very first franchise player tagged by the Chicago Bulls. Even their logo, the Benny Bull, is low-key designed after Jerry Sloan. So if you even look
that's a fact.
You look at Benny the Bull, you know what I'm saying, and you'll see Jerry Sloan if you look hard enough. You know what I'm saying? So rest, like you were saying, rest in peace, Jerry Sloan. This is just crazy, man. Like all this and right after the documentary just dropped and whatnot, man. Like,
and
he was and like how heavy, you know what I'm saying. Like he was involved in that season. Jordan and that, you know, trying to do everything he could to try to stop him. He tried to do everything, man.
And that's why I was saying, like, that style of culture, it was effective, but only so much. And it's like you needed some type of flair, and them Jazz teams didn't have it. Like you constantly playing, you know, basically, you know, college old school type basketball, the pick and roll, which was very effective. Don't get me wrong, because he was a great ass coach, but you needed some form of help on that bench. You needed somebody who was young and hip and was understanding where the NBA was going with a Michael Jordan, or, you know, fast forward to the 2000s with a Kobe Bryant and a Tim Duncan. Mind you, the Spurs was one of the most boring teams ever, but they knew to throw in a Manu Ginobili who at any time can give you an amazing highlight, who can always ooh and ah you. Even if the game is a complete boring, you going to have at least 5 minutes of Ginobili every game. Even to the point where what was Charles Barkley motherfucking catchphrase? Good Ginobili, you know what I mean? You knew you was gonna have that
I got to throw this in. 2005 Ginobili was the most deadliest player of all time in the NBA history.
Man.
I ain't never seen nothing like that shit before. God damn.
Hey, that shit was scary, dog. But it's like even the Spurs knew, all right, we go play pick and pop. We go play, you know what I mean, a lot of fundamental basketball, but we go throw in Manu, and Manu go excite the fans. He go excite once the fans excited. Sometimes you need that little rush for the players to get more excited. You know what I mean? And it's like Utah with the Jerry Sloan teams, as amazing as a coach he was, he never added that flair. The closest he had was Darren Williams.
Right.
Darren Williams threw his ass under a bus like a straight sucker.
But remember what he was saying, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
And then, yeah, it was trash. I mean, they bench was horrible, man. They had like Austin Carr.
Man.
This nigga said Austin Carr. Where is it? Come on, you just want oh shit.
But I was just saying, Austin Carr, they had great Ulster tag. Who the fuck is Ulster tag, dog?
Hey, Greg had some games that season.
Was not even.
Dog. I ain't gonna lie. Greg had some moments that season, dog.
Man, fuck that.
He did, bro. I remember, dog. He had some moments, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Howard Isley, dog. I mean, I could throw some names, bro.
Before we leave, the last shot, dog. Darren, man, what's your thoughts, bro?
Oh. Hey, bro.
Well, I can go ahead and I can put you in my shoes and exactly what happened, what I saw.
Okay.
First off, rest in peace to my granddaddy, Thomas Walls.
That was my man. Wait a minute, hold on, dog. That was my man's, dog. Like
Yes,
D-Walls, man. Like I'm calling you D-Walls, Darren, man. Your grandfather was the smoothest cat I ever known, man.
Yes, sir.
Here, ain't nothing else to say. That was the smoothest cat. I can't say man. I can't say dude. I have to say cat, dog. That was the smoothest cat I ever known, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very first person ever, man, I won a bet against, man. And I never forget. I asked my I was just talking smack to him one night because, I remember he hated Jordan. I remember the year before Jordan won. We know this. So I betted my granddaddy $13 that Jordan was going to win that series. And I never forget the moment I took his hand and he said, you're going to have to pay up. I wasn't working enough. That back then.
He know not to bet against Jordan, man. Man, rest peace on granddaddy, but he bet against.
Hey, but it was looking grim though, CJ.
It was
grim on last minute.
I get it.
That it was down to the wire, and I never forget that shot, man. Like my granddaddy was heated as hell. He's like, "Oh, Jordan pushed off." He said Jordan pushed off, and I remember. As soon as Jordan, he rose up and he netted that bitch, man, I remember, granddaddy picked up his wallet, handed me that cash before, just before the ball even went through the crevice of the net. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember like that, and I just damn, it was just like this guy's he's really like that. That's what really made me look at Jordan like that. Damn, he's like I already knew what he was and watched him go on, but it's like, damn, he's just. That man ain't gonna miss that shot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bro. My feelings with that. I remember. Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. I thought you was done.
Remember the craziness, man. That celebration, man. For that 6th ring. You know what I'm saying? I remember this is on NBC. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't on ABC like how we watch.
Oh no, this is the NBA on NBC. This is the real niggas. This for the real niggas. Yeah.
We seeing this on channel. Bro,
that's the greatest intro music I ever heard in my life, dog.
Of all time. Ain't nothing better than the next thing that will rival that is the 2004 playoffs thing. The Black Eyes Peas. Let's get it started. That's the only other basketball thing that will rival that.
See, you got
I can't. Nah.
About to say what theme it was. The Detroit Pistons theme, bro. Period. Yes. Quit playing, dog. Quit playing, man. Quit playing, man. But what you remember, CJ?
I remember my
So what's
mom.
your thought, man?
So first off, rest in peace to my mom, and also my mom. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday.
Oh man, rest in peace.
Thanks, brother. So my mom, she's like she also a huge sports fan, but she like the competitiveness of it, but she also like Game 7. She loved Game 7s. So she wanted the Bulls to win the championship overall, but she wanted to go to Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember they was up by 1. My mom was excited. She was like, "Okay, we gonna go to Game 7." But when Karl Malone ripped the ball from when Michael Jordan ripped the ball from Karl Malone, my mom was like, "Oh shit." So there was
Yo, why that was like grandma reaction and shit too. God.
Huh?
I was gonna say that was my grandma reaction too. I remember that she was like, "Oh shit!" Soon as Jordan stole the ball, like, oh, that was like, wow.
Don't get it twisted.
That
My
was
mom
the
wanted the Bulls to
reaction,
win. My mom wanted the Bulls to win, but she wanted to go Game 7.
Right.
So Michael Jordan had the ball, whatever. He went down the court, and when he had Russell on isolation and he made that shot, my mom was like, "Oh shit, he about to make this bitch." And when he made it, my mom was screaming on top of her lungs, dog. She was like, "What the fuck? No, no!" And then when the Jazz got the ball back after the timeout, she thought John Stockton was gonna hit the 3. She was like, "Go ahead, hit it," and he bricked it. She was like, "No, what the fuck?" Man, she really wanted to go. She ain't bet or anything like that, but she wanted to go Game 7 because she liked how close it is. She liked the intense game because I remember when we watched the Indiana series when they went to Game 7, and she liked the competitiveness of that. You know what I'm saying? Even though she wanted the Bulls to win, she wanted to go Game 7. That's all I always remember, bro. And it was not a push off. First and foremost, it was not a push off. He got to cross his ass over. He got his ass crossed over, and Michael Jordan hit a shot on his ass.
I always remember.
And he's on a poster board. He ain't get dunked on anything like that. He got crossed over.
If you go back and look at the highlight, look at his feet. If somebody, and it's physics, people. We're gonna talk physics right here, science. If he getting pushed over, right, or pushed off, he will be off his heels, right? You know what I'm saying? If you go and look at the highlight, that man is on his toes. And when you on your toes like that, you getting rocked, boy. Straight rock.
I can always remember that whole game, dog, because I was at my cousin's house. I never forget how everything happened. And then I was spending the night at my grandma's. You know what I'm saying? I said my cousins, but they stayed with my grandma growing up. So I don't know if it was a Sunday. I don't even know why I was over there, dog. But I remember it was time for me to go home. And I was mad because I thought I was going to miss the game. Because it was already like in, I think it was like the third quarter. So by the time I got home, I caught like the last 6 or 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, dog. And I remember just being on edge because it wasn't looking good for the Bulls. You know what I mean?
It wasn't.
It wasn't looking good, dog. So I remember standing up, eating some donuts and shit. Me, my old dude, and I want to say Big Leon was there. Rest in peace, Big Leon. That's my nephew, you know what I'm saying, father, my brother. So we watched the game, man. Matter of fact, he was there because he the one who took me home. We watching the game, dog. They creeping back. It's not looking good. But my daddy talking shit. Man, yeah, that's Michael Jordan. Yeah, I hope they win. This old bald head ass dog. While he talking shit, Jordan ripped the ball from Malone. He's like, oh, here we go. Oh, man, they about to cheat for Michael Jordan. I know that. Man, cross my mans. Hit that shot, dog. I could just remember just screaming, dog, like, oh, man, yeah, boy. Ah! Like, man, that was a feeling. That was a moment. You know what I mean? That was a moment. That was a moment, man. I feel like it won't be duplicated. It can't be duplicated. You know what I mean? Because what it meant, that whole season, it was basically new. You know, a known fact that was gonna be the end. It was a known fact that Jordan was letting it be known. If Phil leave, I leave. You know, Pippen was already on his. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. Shit. Rodman was getting old. and he was on. You know, what I mean, it's just you knew it was a known fact. They wasn't supposed to win it all that year. You know, they even started the year off rough.
Man, I want them. And Michael Jordan said if Phil Jackson would have came back, he would have convinced Scottie Pippen to come back. They would have had one more ring. I don't know if they would have won it.
I was about to say, before we get up out of here, man, do they win in '99, fellas? If they
I don't think so, bro. I don't think it was a lockout year. You know what I'm
saying? No. I mean, don't get me wrong.
They probably wouldn't win it.
Bro, this Jordan we talking about here. I love saying. I tell anybody right now in a heartbeat in any debate, you know, when they talk about what team would be what you know what I'm saying, the Jordan teams or whatever. 6-0 team, 6-0. But I believe, like I'm with you on this, PJ. I believe with them niggas being as old as fuck as they was, bro, going into that '99 season, hell no, they weren't about to win.
You got to think about the teams that was emerging, bro, that year. It was the Spurs. We had the Knicks. We had the Rockets was doing good. We had the Toronto Raptors. We had the Lakers, bro. Like, we had teams. They would have been on the Bulls' ass.
I think, to be real with you, Doc, I think they would have. And I'm going to tell you why. Most championship teams and shit like that start to understand when it's time to, you know what I'm saying, to start moving certain stars from certain positions to certain other positions, right? Like, for instance, the Spurs knew when it was time to move Tim Duncan from option 1 to option 2. You see what I'm saying? Then from option 2 to option 3. Then from option 3 to role player. Jordan probably would have still been option 1, but I really think that they would have made Scottie option 3, and they probably would have moved Kukoc to try to make him option 2. You know, and then when you break that season down by being a, you know what I'm saying, a lockout year like that, man, a lot of these teams wasn't really on their A game, and a lot of them was. You know what I mean? Like, granted, Tim Duncan came in, the Spurs was looking, you know what I'm saying, scary, but
they took a you see, it's got me thinking, bro. Like,
they did take advantage of that shorter year.
Go ahead,
Steve Kerr was a clutch and a very, very important member of that Spurs team. Because even though he wasn't a good option like how he was on the Bulls, he hit a lot of clutch shots for them to submit them niggas to even get into the finals that goes under the rug that nobody never talks about. Steve Kerr won 4 straight rings. Now, if the Bulls stay, Kerr don't never go to motherfucking the Spurs. You still got this nucleus to a degree of good shooters. You know,
so I mean, Del Lero.
I don't know. I think for sure. Dennis.
Hey, was Brent Berry on that team at the time or no?
Nah, nope. He wasn't there.
It was Sean Elliott.
Yep.
Sean Elliott, Brent, and what's his face, dog? Your favorite coach of all time, dog.
Not Johnson, bro.
No,
not Johnson, bro.
Go on, Rod, man. Go on, dog.
Johnson, bro. Johnson, your favorite coach, bro?
No.
You don't talk about Avery Johnson.
Avery Johnson.
You gotta go out there. You gotta play some defense. You gotta go out there.
Go play some good basketball, man. You go play some.
That's Reggie Jackson's daddy, bro. I don't care what nobody say. That's Reggie Jackson's daddy, bro.
Oh shit.
But like, I feel like Dennis Rodman would have been gone for sure.
Oh yeah.
That was, man. He was too old. He was tired. You could tell mentally he was drained. You know what I mean? Physically, he was still in good shape. Like, we saw that. He was wrestling and shit. He was diving for loose balls. But mentally, Dennis was tired. He was, you know what I mean?
It wasn't just hooping for him, bro. And I hate to say it, the media really fucked with him with all that bullshit.
Yeah, mentally, Dennis was tired. I think they would have replaced Dennis with somebody, and I think they would have probably came back, man. I think so. But it's getting late, CJ Dub, man.
Yes, sir. We about to get up out of here. Any final thoughts before we get out of here, y'all?
Oh man, like we just saying, yeah, just rest in peace to Jerry Sloan, man. Like, I just got to throw in, like you know, because I don't think the sports, you know what I'm saying, these sports outlets these days, it's not gonna give that man enough flowers. Didn't why he was here. Yeah, they recognize him as, like you say, the 4th all-time winning coach. But to implicate that pick and roll offense, and like, I have never, like, you see teams run it, you know what I'm saying, or the screening pops or the picking pops or whatever. But the way how he ran it, and Rob, you know how he ran that shit, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. And I don't know if you watch heavy like that, CJ, to the point where it's like, bro, them niggas are so hard to stop Stockton and Malone, or not even just Stockton and Malone. Like the way how they just ran that shit to like, dog, everything was a play. You know what I'm saying? Even if the play went wrong, they had something to, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, these two players has got this chemistry where it's like, damn, they kicking it to each other and they getting either a free throw shot or they get into the basket. It's like, damn, how do you stop this?
Ain't no way to stop it, bro.
No.
Yeah, rest in peace to that man, for real, for real.
Yeah, man, same here, man. But I'm gonna keep it short and brief, man. Same thing I've been saying, you know what I'm saying, the last few episodes, dog. Love everybody, man. Thank everybody for tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on, you know, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Check us out on Spotify. And, you know what I'm saying? Be safe out here, man. It's Rob.
Yes, sir. For me, happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day coming up. I want to say happy birthday to my mom. Heavy birthday to her. God rest her soul, man.
Rest in peace.
Kwame out of jail, bro. Well, he ain't out of jail yet. But I don't think, you know, I do think he deserved to be in prison. But I don't think he deserved 28 years.
No, not on 28, bro. But then again, man, you gotta think about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's levels, bro. Like I don't think 28 years, but it's like, bro, you a mayor, bro. This ain't like no, you just a lawyer or a judge. You know what I'm saying? No shit like that.
He was a lawyer. He was an attorney, I think.
Yeah, like
I think he did a good, the same amount of years that, you know what I'm saying, he did should have been the same amount he simply should have got. You know, 10 years, out in 7, and can do the rest, like the next 2 or 3 on paper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think it's just that, you know what I'm saying, they looking at that juice, the power you had. That's all they looking at, man. Like, to a degree, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real. This is a white hair, you know, they probably would let his ass off with a dog on slap on the wrist.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. But yeah, we about to get up out of here, y'all. Thank you for listening to another episode of this podcast. This is 3 Raw Podcast. My name is CJ.
So, man's Rob.
It's your man's Darrean Walls.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, the dog got to bring you back one of these days, man.
For sure, man. Shoot. So, you know, I'll always be ready to chime in, man.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
All right, y'all. It's 3 Raw.